What's up, guys? Spirit here. I'm going to be bringing you a deck profile in a moment, but hey, I'm happy to say finally that this will be the last video I will be making with my laptop camera. My camera's finally out of the shop, so next video you're going to be seeing is going to be with this. This is going to be my useful camera from now on, and after like 2 months in the shop, it's finally out. So look forward to that. Now, let's bring you the deck profile you've been waiting for. This is my Frog Monarch deck. It's won me a few tournaments. Not really main competitive, but it's still pretty fun to play. Okay, I'm going to jump right into it. Let's start with my Frog engine. Got 3 swap frogs. Main engine of the deck to get Treeborn in the graveyard. Pretty simple. Good tribute fodder if you got another water to ditch. You do sometimes. 2 Ronin Totem. Secondary card, just in case they remove your Treeborns, you can ditch this to the graveyard and later remove the swap frogs that get sent to the graveyard if you get them in the graveyard. And it's a good way to just have some extra tribute fodder and to go to Gotcha if you want to. Next, I got 2 Treeborn frogs, and then yes, you may notice that one of them is an Orca Treeborn. It is very funny. I like this one, so I use it in my deck. But yeah, 2 Treeborn frogs. I like 2 of them. 3, my hand gets clogged too much, so I went with 2. Next, we got the protection lineup in the deck. 3 Battle Fader, necessary. And it's a good tribute fodder next turn if they don't get rid of it. 2 Tragodia, necessary. And one Gores, necessary. And I also have this little Orca Gores token that goes with it. Very fun as well. And then, last of my protection lineup, 2 Effect Veilers, necessary in the deck. I side the 3rd one just in case I fight Heretics or something. And if you don't know the new ruling on Effect Veiler, you have to use it on the monster on the field. But if that monster leaves the field, its effect will stay negated till end phase. Which means if you use it on, like, example, the Heretic Dragon Tefnut, if it's tributed, it will not get its effect even though it activates in the graveyard. So that's the new ruling on Effect Veiler. This card got a lot more powerful, and I'm happy for it. Next, we're going to get into my Monarchs. 3 Caius. Staple, really, in any Frog Monarch deck. 3 Ryza. Staple in really any Frog Monarch deck. I've seen decks that run 2. I like 3 better. Gives me more power. 1 Mobius. Secondary Monarch to have. I only run 1. I like it at 1. It's a good side deck out if I'm fighting a deck without too much back row, so I can throw in a second one of my Dark Dust Spirits. 2 Light and Darkness. I side a 3rd one because Light and Darkness is broken. You play this, and your opponent has to waste cards to get this off the field. It's fun. The only thing it really doesn't work against is Heretics because if they choose not to activate their effects, then they can swing over this really easy. So 1 Dark Dust Spirit, as I said before, I side the 2nd one. Pretty self-explanatory. Wipes the field of monsters. Fenwang, 1. This is the last of my monsters. This, if you don't know, is basically a Dark Dust Spirit for your opponent's set, spell, and trap cards. So you don't have to waste heavy. It's pretty simple, and it's a spirit monster, so it comes back to your hand just like Dark Dust Spirit does. Very simple. Next we got 1 Dark Hole, staple. 3 Enemy Controller, staple as well. Use it to tribute your Treeborn on your standby phase. Get one of your opponent's monsters, then your Treeborn comes back again. Very funny. Very, very funny. 1 Foolish Burial. If I don't pull a Swap Frog, get the Treeborn to the graveyard. Or if If I want to, I can dump a Ronin. Heavy, staple. 1 Reborn, staple. 3 MSTs. You need 3 because you don't run any trap cards, and you need back row destruction. You have Heavy and Mobius, but you need and Finwing, but you need this for like someone drop Shadow Imprisoning Mirror or Necro Valley, for instance. Well, actually, Necro Valley doesn't really hurt you, but actually, I don't know much back row that hurts you, but this is a good just get something off the field card. Oh, Macros Cosmos, let's put it that way. Get rid of your, stop your Treeborns from going bye-bye. A 1 for 1. You don't summon swap, you can normal summon Swap Frog, get it back to hand after putting a Ronin in the grave, then use this, and get your Treeborn out on the field so you have a defender, and at the same time, if you draw this late game, you can use it to get effect failure summoned from your deck and sync up for something. Just an option. And you got 1 Pot of Avarice, pretty basic. We're gonna cycle your graveyard and your Monarchs. Last 3 cards, 3 Soul Exchange. Pretty staple in a Frog Monarch deck. You need them to get the tribute fodder off. Well, that's been my Frog Monarch deck. It's a pretty simple deck. It's fun to play, and it's just something I put together because I had the cards for it. Oh, before I forget, my team and I have decided that we will be turning this so-called Yu-Gi-Tuber channel into a card game channel. It's not going to be just for Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. We're going to be featuring Yu-Gi-Oh, of course, the new game Card Fight Vanguard. Very fun game. I play it as well. We're going to be featuring Pokemon, and maybe Magic the Gathering. Maybe. I don't know yet. That's still on the butcher block for decision making. Well, I'll get back to you on that. My next video will be a Spirit Support. I have it almost finished, planned out, and I'll be shooting it with this the second I get my tripod back. So, catch you later. Oh, and remember, stay gold.